Hi, third grade. Today we're going to look at Unit 10, Week 1, Day 4. Let's get started with our drill sounds warm-up. Repeat after me. A-I bait A. A-Y play A. E-I-G-H 8 A. E-I vein A. E-A steak A. E-E jeep E. E-Y key E. E-A eat E. O-A boat O. O-E toe O. Nice job. All right, today we have a word of the day. You'll see that I have 2 syllable frames up because this word is 2 syllables long. The first syllable is nay, then it's burr. What word? Neighbor. So I don't know if in your student notebook, because we've been talking how many spelling options there are for that long A sound. We know it starts with what consonant though? Neighbor. Yeah, we know that it starts with an N. But what do you think? And I don't know the answer to this. I'm on the spot. It is in your spelling options book, our word of the day today. Take a look on page 50. So what says A? Is it going to be, well, the only one I can rule out, to be honest, is this AY, because remember in yesterday's lesson, we learned that AY play A has to come at the very end of a word, right? So it's not that one. Could it be AI, EIGH, EI, EA? Neighbor. What do we think? Did you find it on page 50 yet in your student notebook? Let's see. Maybe some of you know this word already. There it is. So what's making the A sound in neighbor? E-I-G-H, 8A. Very good. Okay, so there it is. And now burr. We know it's B. And here's our spelling option for those. Look at this top row, R controlled. Is it going to be E-R, A-R beggar-er, or O-R doctor-er? What does it say in your spelling options? What's saying er? It's O-R. Okay, so when we go to mark up this word, we're going to scoop each syllable. Nay, burr. All right, what do I do with nay? Yeah, anything that's on that vowel team's poster, you're going to circle. That's our vowel team, and we're going to label it what? Lowercase d, it stands for double vowel. Good job. How about burr? What did we do with R controlled from Unit 9? Circle the R controlled, and it's what kind of syllable? Label it R for R controlled. Okay, so go ahead into your student notebook now to the vocabulary section. I think, yep, I was right. There's only one spot for N. So we're only going to have one word of the day that begins with the letter N, and that's today with our word neighbor. So on page 72, if you haven't found it yet, what page? 72. Go ahead and spell and mark our word of the day, neighbor. And we can reveal over on the board that word of the day. Okay, pause the video if you need more time writing and spelling and marking the word neighbor, and then we'll do our sentence. Okay, let's have our sentence be my neighbor, capital letter at the beginning, my neighbor is so kind. I do have a very kind neighbor, which is nice. Okay, one more time. My neighbor is so kind. All right, scoop it up, and don't forget punctuation at the end. All right, let's check your spelling first. My with a capital M, neighbor, is so, hopefully IND, find, ind was easy for you to remember for that word kind. You could put an exclamation mark, you could put a period. Definitely not a question though, it's not asking anything. How did you scoop? My neighbor is so kind. I like that way that I just said out loud. My neighbor, one scoop, is so kind. Or you could say, my neighbor is so kind. Okay, probably a 2-scooper. Good job. Pause the video if you need time with our word of the day. Okay, before we move on to our dictation composition activity today, I want to practice building they're shorter words today, but I want us to get in a good habit of looking up in our student notebook. Hopefully I picked good ones that are actually in there, our spelling options for these vowel teams we've been learning. So the first word I need help building is foam. Say it, foam. The soap that came out of the dispenser was like foam. So what do we start with? We know the first sound, F. Now we have our spelling option. I'm kind of going to put a blank there because we don't know what O goes there. And what's the end sound? Foam, M. All right. While we're in the middle of a word, we can see that. Is it going to be O consonant E? It wouldn't be O by itself because that's not an open syllable. And then where's our other O options? Yeah, we have O-A boat O, O-E toe O, O-W snow O. Is foam in your spelling options book? I hope you're looking. Come on, don't beat me. I'm getting a late start. Foam. I'm getting a late start. F. Oh, it's in there on page 47 in the second column. Do you see it? What's making the O sound, everybody? O-A. So now that I know my spelling option, it's not a mystery anymore, I can go ahead and put O-A boat O there for foam. And just real quick reminder, this one's one syllable, so it gets one scoop. Circle that vowel team, and you're labeling that syllable as a double vowel with the lowercase d. Clear? All right, let's do 2 more like that. The next word is also one syllable, and it is mow. Say it, mow. Pretty soon, because it's spring, Mark, not me, will have to start and we'll have to mow the grass every week. Mow. What's our beginning sound? M. And here's our option. So, is it going to be O in an open syllable? Is it going to be O-A, O-E, or O-W? I don't know. Please don't beat me to it. I'm looking in my M's. It's in the second M column over on page 50. Did you find it? It's a very short word, but the question is, what says O in mow? Did you see it? O-W. So mystery is solved. M-O-W. And I don't think I need to mark, here it is, this one up because we know one scoop, circle O-W, D, double vowel. All right, let's just do one more. One syllable word. And that one is moist. Say it, moist. After the rain, the ground was very moist or damp. Okay, now we have an oi. That's like, that starts with a letter and then that's called a diphthong. When it goes oi, it changes. We have what goes at the end? Moist. There's a blend. S-T, right? S-T. Okay. Well, the only options, look at our oi. If you need to look at the vowel teams poster, you may. Or at the spelling options poster that's up in the classroom. I put it up there. What says oi? O-I, coin oi, and O-Y, boy oi, right here. Is that one? Oh my, we might not even. Ooh, interesting. I spy on page 50, I spy they put in the word moisture, but they don't. But guess what? Moist is in the word moisture. So can you tell what says oi? Is it OY or OI? Yeah, it's OI. And really, the rule is OY goes at the end of a word. And we know that it's not at the end of the word in moist. Okay, so you would circle OY, scoop it, D syllable, double vowel. All right, good job. Now go ahead. Now that we've practiced, we should be ready. I wouldn't put the student notebook completely away in case you need it for our dictation composition, but go ahead and turn to page 39. What page? 39. And please put today's date up at the top on page 39. All right, I'll give you a second. Okay, sound number 1. Now this is going to be interesting. There is not a lot of space in your spot for number 1, is there? So some of these you're going to have to write super small and neat. I'm nervous. And you might have to go a little bit down below and up above. Yikes. I'll show you what mine looks like. But for sound number 1, the sound is I. Say it. I. Only 3 things we know up to this point. So what says I? Write down what you remember. Use that spelling options chart hanging in the classroom too to help. Okay, that one only had 3, so that's not as bad. They should have fit. But did you get I consonant E, like I pine I? Yes? How about I by itself in an open syllable, like I high I? Yes? And lastly, why cry I? Good job. Okay, scooch over to number 2. Here we go. This sound is E. Say it. E. And you should remember, we practiced yesterday. How many? 7 things that say E. Look on that spelling options poster, or remember, if you can't see in the classroom because the light's glaring, remember page 20 in your student notebook has the things that say E. We just haven't done the last 2 in that row yet. All right, go ahead and try it. Pause the video. Okay, look how I had to do this to make it legible and neat. I had to start a little bit above here, and I'm putting commas in between. All right, let's take our time and make sure you didn't repeat any and you got all 7. Did you get E consonant E, like E Pete E? Yes? E by itself, like E me E? Yes? How about Y baby E? Okay. I champion E. Good. E Jeep E. EY key E. And EA eat E. Did you get all 7? Oh boy. Good work. Okay. Jump over to number 3. This sound is A. Say it. A. And we practiced this one yesterday too. How many? 7 again. Use that poster. You can do it. Go. All right, here we go. Moment of truth. Again, I did the same thing. I started up here and went down. Did you get A consonant E, like A safe A? Yes. A by itself, like A acorn A? Yes. A I bait A. Good. AY play A. Okay. EIGH 8A. How about EI vein A? Good. And EA steak A. Awesome work. Okay, I gave you an easy one for the last one. The sound is Say it. Only one thing. Write it down. Okay, should have had plenty of room for that one, right? What is it? Book. That's it. Good job. All right, head down to review word number 1. The first word is focus. Say it. Focus. Please focus when you're spelling, focus. And don't forget, mark it up. Go ahead, pause the video and try. In third grade, this one's not in your student notebook in the spelling options. So if you need to use your dictionary inside your desk, please do. All right. The first syllable, faux, should have been easy. What did you do? Remember, review words. No vowel teams in the review words. Did you remember that? Okay. F-O. Okay, that's an open syllable. And cuss. You might have put a schwa here because sometimes when we say the word focus, it sounds like an I, but it's not. It's C-U-S. It would be okay if you put a schwa there because it's kind of unexpected, but it is closed nonetheless. So F-O-C-U-S, focus. Good job. Number 2, your word is extra. Say it. Extra. I got an extra dojo point for my hard work. Go ahead, spell it and mark it. Okay, how'd you spell the first syllable? X, not just an X. E-X, right? And then tra, T-R-A. Remember? It looks like it's an open syllable, but it's an exception because it's not saying X-tray. It's saying extra with that schwa sound. Okay, so double check your spelling and your marking. Remember, you don't want to have inaccurate answers in your book. That will not help you when it's time to take the Unit 10 test. So make sure you're being accurate and fixing any mistakes that you're making. Number 3, your word is tangle. Tangle. I had a tangle in my hair. Tangle. Go ahead, spell and mark. Okay, tang has that glued sound with A-N-G, fang-ang. So did you do T-A-N-G? It's still closed. And then this one is ol. It's a consonant L-E syllable with an L-E, cross off that silent E at the very end. Okay, check your work for tang-ol. All right, and the last review word, we have a base word, brave, the whole word, bravely. The firefighter bravely went into the burning house to save a person, bravely. Go ahead, spell and mark. Okay, what's our base word? Brave, how do we spell it? B-R-A-V-E, right? That's a vowel consonant E with a silent E. And if we're attaching a consonant suffix that starts with an L, we do not drop that E, do we? So hopefully you kept it. It is silent though. You can cross it off, but it's there. It's not inserted. Bravely. Very good. Did you circle your suffix ly? Nice work. All right, your first current Unit 10 word is spoil. If you leave meat out of the refrigerator for too long, it will spoil. Spoil. Go ahead, spell it and mark it. Use your tools. All right, spoil is one syllable. Even there's that spoil, it's spoil. Okay. What blend did you put at the beginning? SP, good. And then really the only oi that works in the middle of a word is OI. And then L. Did you scoop it and mark it D syllable for double vowel? All right, good job. Number 2, 2 syllables. Ready? Destroy. Say it. Destroy. Please be careful not to destroy any property that is not yours. Destroy. Go ahead. Spell and mark it. Okay, the first syllable is D. How'd you spell that? D-E. It's an open syllable. And then stroy. S-T-R-O-Y at the end of a word for O-Y, boy, oi. All right. Stroy, did you scoop it and circle OY and mark it D for double vowel? All right, next row, word number 3 is boost. Say it. Boost. I had to get a lot of sleep so that I could get an energy boost the next day. Boost. Spell it and mark it. Okay, you should know the beginning sound is B. What says oo? What vowel team says oo? Could be UE, blue oo, or it could be EW, chew oo, or it could be OO, school oo. This is OO, BOOST. If you didn't have it right on your paper at first, please fix it. BOOST, boost. And that is a double vowel syllable also. All right, one more word to spell and mark, and that word is coach. Say it, coach. My basketball coach is very strict. Coach. Spell it and mark it. All right. K. What sound? C. Now what says O in coach? Is it OA, OE, or OW? It is OA. Boat O. And then hopefully you ended it with just the digraph CH. It's one syllable again, and it is a double vowel syllable. All right, sound alike word number 1 is sail. Say it, sail. The wind blew the sail of the boat fast. Sail. Just spell it. All right, let's spell that one out loud together in unison. Go. S-A-I-L, sail. Do you remember the signal for that? Right. Okay, and number 2, sail. There was a big sale at the mall. Sale. Got good prices on things. All right, let's spell that one in unison. Go. S-A-L-E, sale. Good job. And what's that signal? Hand the cashier your money, grab your things, and smile. Good work. All right, trick word number 1, about. What is your book about? About. Just spell it. All right, let's spell it together. Ready? Go. A-B-O-U-T, about. And number 2, answer. Did you get the answer correct? Answer. Be careful, use your tools to double check. All right, let's spell in unison. Go. A-N-S-W-E-R, answer. Good work. And you have one sentence today. Start it with a capital. Here it is. Be careful. Careful is one word with a suffix at the end. Be careful of that breakable. Be careful of that breakable vase. That's it. Be careful of that breakable vase. One more time. Be careful of that breakable vase. Well, break is in your spelling options, and you should know which suffix to add to make it breakable. Be careful of that breakable vase. If you need to look up break, look on page 44 in your spelling options section. All right, let's see. B is capital B-E. How'd you do with that one? Easy. All right, let's spell careful together. Go. C-A-R-E-F-U-L. One L, right? Of, O-F, that, T-H-A-T. Okay, look at break. If you found it on page 44, it's B-R-E-A-K, and then the suffix A-B-L-E. How'd you do with vase? V-A-S-E? Good. And then I scooped it like this. Be careful of that breakable vase. You could have put an exclamation mark too, or a period works as well. All right. And the last thing we did third grade was some cursive practice. So if you're at home, you can get a blank piece of paper. If you're at school, you'll get this page here in a second and get ready to practice. Okay, let's start on this side with uppercase U. As the computer is telling you the direction, you're going to trace the large one on top, and then I'll give you a couple minutes for you to practice down below. Here is uppercase U. Get ready to trace.
U is a skyline down letter. It starts on the skyline. Point to the skyline. Go on the skyline, then curve down to the grass line. Curve back up to the skyline. Trace down to the grass line and make a tail.
Okay, take a few minutes and practice the rest of that page. Circle the ones that are your favorite. And then go ahead and flip onto the back for uppercase V. All right, let's trace as the computer reminds you of the steps.
V is a skyline down letter. It starts on the skyline. Point to the skyline. Go on the skyline, then curve down to the grass line. Curve back up to the skyline.
All right, third grade. Go ahead and do that for a couple minutes, and that is all for Fundations today. You can keep that paper at home when you're done. Thanks for joining me.